Okay. Um, I'll need your URL for it, but yeah, you can send that to me in a little bit in the on Discord, and I'll start that up. I think we're starting to pick up some viewers on Steam now. It's started. Okay. All right. So I am playing the largest map I've ever played. I've not even played a map this large in testing. Um, so the scale on this map is significant. It's 320 wide, 204 tall, lots of open space. There's two warring empires, and I have taken the liberty of starting into the mission a little bit. So I've got an initial empire built over here with some defenses, but now I have to decide what to do in terms of conquest, what to take, when to take, and how to take it. So resources, I'm constrained in my initial starting location because there's only one red on here at the bottom in my southern island. I've got green R up here at the top. That's it. In order to conduct large scale operations, I need more than that. So one objective might be this island. It's got green R on it. Another one is what I call the big island. It's got green R and red on. And then there's a chain of red on up here. And then there is kind of the mother lode of green R in this area. But it's a remote location and it's got a denier on it. And then of course there is the well fortified enemy islands as well. And then we'll have to figure out how to get there to take that. So I will begin. Just giving folks on Steam a chance to join in. All right, so I know one thing I'm going to want to do is energy production is pretty good. I'm going to want to build some of these berthas. Let's see if we can put 6 here, and then maybe 3 up here. All right, now that's going to really, you can see in our graph up here, it's going to really take a lot of energy to build these, but I know I will need these. We're building up a liftic reserve from our limited resources up here, but we're building it up, and I'm going to try to bridge this gap right here. Now, there's a couple ways I could do this. I could do this with porters, and let's go ahead and build at least one of those. I can also do it with some platforms. So I'm going to use platforms and porters in conjunction. We've got discrete enemies that come in. We've got some spores, and forget where I have saved in this mission. Okay, I do have some missile defenses, not a large number of them, but they're there. So I will deal with the incoming spores. I've got some blobs that are picking up eggs. These can be particularly problematic. Snipers will destroy the blobs, and the egg will be left, and the egg will pop and deposit a rather large amount of creeper in the void. That's why I have so many coastal defenses. He's taken out, but that egg detonates as soon as the blob was destroyed. So this can be a problem. My mortars will keep it off my main island, but it's going to be a problem over here. So I'm going to fly over some guys, and let's send that porter over with some energy to resupply them. And I want to keep it off this island. That's it's kind of important. Okay, and our berthas are charging up. You know, while we're working here, let's go ahead and take these upper 3 and start, let's say, conditioning this island to conquest. Nice. Let's move. get it pretty clean, and then we can turn them back off again so that they fully charge. Primarily are going to want a creeper, mostly removed from here for when we make our conquest. Okay, so let's take one of these guys and redeploy here. I'll leave these guys just shooting in this general area. So let's go to special and our platform. I want to build this guy about right here. There's a little bit of creeper here though. Space that we want to get rid of. So these other guys are sitting around. Let's just be wasteful energy wise, but want that stuff out of my way. Here comes some striders. Or skimmers. Names going back and forth. Oh, oh no. No, 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 no. Here's what I'm going to do. I do not want these guys to get stunned, so I'm going to lift them off. I want them to, I'm doing a little micromanagement here, but I do not want to lose this position to these blobs. The bad egg. Bring them back. Okay. All right, good. Now, our energy supply pod got stunned, but it's fine. He's back now. Let's let these mortars help us here. And hopefully I can get to the business of building that guy. He operates using, he needs lifting to construct, which comes from our green resource all the way up here. And I have a stockpile of it, 340 or so of it. You can see that in our factory. But he also uses lifting for maintenance to stay online. So as long as this guy is here and enabled, he will siphon away that lifting. Oh, wow. Yeah, now we got several hundred viewers on Steam. Okay. All right. Good. So let's carry on here. Now, one of the things I like to do is I want to move a contingent of units. I'm just going to build a missile launcher here. And then I need to, let's see, backfill some units. I'm using, for those who've played the demo and you don't know, I'm using tab a lot. So when I wanted to build these mortars, instead of going to the menu, I'm like, I've got a mortar right here. I'll just point at it and click tab that says, I want to copy that unit. You can come build more of them. So if there's something you want to build inside, like let's say build a tower right here, click tab, and then so you can just copy units by pressing tab. Keys will be remappable, of course, in the full game. That's something that's going to be worked on in just the next week, actually. Okay, so bridge across. This is a vulnerable area. I have to be careful if I move that sniper up. If I lose this platform, I lose the hard. And I very much. Okay, so let's get busy and condition this island. So I want to terraform it as flat as I can. So let's copy that. I want it all to be level 2 as much as I can. Can't where that very crystal is. The reason why is crystals, these resource crystals spawn from the green arm mother crystal, but they only spawn on flat land. So get rid of the irregular terrain and you get a higher production rate. Plus it's an urn here, like. Okay, so let's oh, ouch. Serious hits up here. All right. Oh, and here comes our guy. Over here is it's a temporary model for the base unit, but it's an air sac cauldron. It launches an air sac. And air sacs fly high, hover high, build chains of orbs. They get longer and longer, and they attempt to fly over your territory and drop those chains or throw those chains at you. They can be rather problematic if you don't have a lot of snipers and you don't have a lot of missile defenses. Missiles destroy the air sac itself. Snipers can shoot these orbs. Um, he's on his way. Where's he headed? Looks like he's headed maybe this general area. I'm going to build a few more snipers up here. The enemy empire is in a very strong position here, and we're well defended, but he's going to do his best. Oh no, these things are getting all right. Let's start taking shots. Sniper, do your job. Missiles are going to launch. And he delivers. Yeah, on now. Some got through. Some got through. Let's move a mortar in range as quickly as we can. I do not want to lose this urn portal. I'll lose all my upgrades. I really don't want to lose that stuff either. But okay. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Score 1 for the enemy. We can rebuild here, though. Okay, she's clean here. The tiniest amount can really ruin your day. Okay, all right, we're clean. I'm just going to pause here while I recover from the damage. Down here, I'm going to wait for this to rebuild and to get some upgrades back. Then I'm going to switch some energy production to blueite production. Oh gosh, he will not leave me alone. I am. It's here. I'm not managing my bird. Blob after blob coming in. They will get worse. There's more eggs. They'll pick up more eggs. Start than one. Let's take some shots here. And okay, so I have secured this island. Let's. I don't need this anymore. Let's build. Let's move to a more forward position. Then I can build a green R refinery here. Collect this green R. And we need to get about the business of taking the main island. And you know what? Why wait? We've got a porter. It's a couple orders. Yes, I hear you. Okay. Check on Discord to see if other people hear you as well, or if they hear an echo. Yeah, if they hear both of us. This inhibitor, I'm going to move out of the way. Right now, say that again. Progress. Good is subjective, but yeah, need to keep this clean up here. Let's see now. What'll really make a difference here is the big island. I'm going to try to build micro rifts to it. I'm going to build one and then another. I'm going to build my first micro rift here, and then I'm gonna create a micro rift, a direct link requiring no land links or no platform links. Wow, we just got stunned. The whole infrastructure just got taken offline. Let's build energy collection, mine production, fire range, move and build. It's this, yeah. And then I'm going to earn sniper, an individual upgrade on a unit because I want an Earn Sniper over here. He'll have a huge range. He'll help deal with some of these threats. Oh no, 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 no. Gonna lose that Green Art Refinery if I don't get down here quickly, quickly, quickly. No, no. Energy should start going up as our upgrades kick in. I'm going to switch these to start producing anti-creeper. I'm going to build a sprayer here. I set him to always dispatch. I want to flood this island with anti-creeper because the threats down here can be significant. Okay. Yeah, but this guy, check his range out. That it will fire much quicker too. So blobs, air sac, orb chains, all of those things should yeah, this should be good. He should engage him pretty early and really take care of those chains. Energy willing. All my energy. He did a good job. Now the chains will keep coming back, but put a lot of work on this one sniper. And speaking of I need is an urn here. We'll move a turp in range. No, okay, all right. Did good. I'll move these to edge positions to keep the island defended. I'm going to show here. Let's build connections so that I can keep these mortars supplied. Let's see, my anti-creeper, I can flatten it, but I'm going to leave it visible right there's just a little bit on this island. 1.1. That's probably enough to keep it fought back. Oh, no, didn't pay attention. Didn't connect that up. Okay, we're in better shape now. I think our anti-creeper is going to shield us. I need to get a link built up there, and let's do it with pylon here. Platform here. Yeah, that'll just barely make it. Barely counts in this game. All right, we're all but fire rate. Let's increase that. Do a full complement of Earn portal upgrades. All right, surviving the assault. We need to start thinking about payback. Now, this island is interesting. It's got some of the black stuff here. That's absorber terrain. It will absorb creeper, so it's a sink for the creeper. Anti too, if I remember. So this land does not like creeper or anti. So this island will never completely flood. This little piece down here can. Here it won't, because any creeper that gets up there gets absorbed and goes away on it. This island, not only in a denier field, it's also got, if you look in this area in the lower left, it's also got contaminated terrain. You can't land on it. Even if the denier is removed, I have to send the turret to decontaminate the terrain before you can land on it. It's quite the prize, though, for Liftic. The reason that's going to be important is because we probably going to want to build some rockets before it's all said and done. And because we need everything. We're going to need everything to assault this. Everything we got. Okay, so let's build some defenses here. And you know what? I'm kind of weak on in this area. Weak on missile launchers in this area. spore attack could have been a problem. So we have our hard link now. Let's remove our need for building that micro rift and the one I here directly connect. This guy will be as good as if he's hard linked. Won't be required. Now the reason I'm conservative about that is it takes hard to build them one resource. See it flowing pretty hard. We also need hard to arm to keep our missile launchers supplied with missiles. I was a little hesitant to build. All right, so once this links, keep this one alive. I don't have to have this link. Microsoft not going to decommission this platform. Save on our lifted a little bit. Okay. You know, while we wait, we've got plenty of energy, right? I'm going to take all 6 of these, and I'm going to start. Let's go. Let's just put them 3, 4. Let's double up front because start. He's got a lot. A lot up there, but Earth can really again. We took care of an air sac, I see. Gosh, well, let's pause and drop out of that, recenter, and let's see what's going on while I'm celebrating my awesome firepower. He's letting me know he can do the same in return. Great. All right. So this guy is still commissioned. Packets will flow through the micro rift here, back this direction to keep us online. I need to keep this cleaned up. And I'm guessing that was the air set. That. Let's go to the quarter and let's just see. Just jump to the end here. Yeah, the air sac, he's en route, and I guess he tossed them right about then is when he tossed them, yeah, because he was taking shots from missile launchers, and he tossed his chains, and then there they landed, and crunch. Yep, that's what that was. Okay. All right, let's repair our infrastructure. Important one is this link. So once that's built, then we can turn good mission. Units can still land on it, but no longer connected to the networks. Be supplied with energy. It's better than just outright destroying it, I think, because it took a lot to build. And I do need to recommission it. Say something happens in this area, I'll just turn it on. All right. Bertha assault campaign's going well. There's the eggs. So okay. Takes here. I'm going to, of course, since this was decommissioned, I'm leaving this island is supplying this island. Enough anti-creeper here. Here, flood the big island, and I think we can continue north. Place for allied. You can, if you keep an eye up here, you'll see that this It's not very much creeper that's made it to this island, but if more had, you'd see it absorb that black, which is pretty aggressive. It has a rate that's rates configurable per mission, so you can make it very gentle so that um, creeper waves flood over terrain. Just slowly bring it down. A very small amount won't make it at all, but a large wave can completely cross it. You can do some interesting things with some subtle adjustments. That's as far as we can. That's fine. Need an occupation, of course. Let's build that here on our big island. Micro rift almost right connects to our lab, so it's just a fast place to build them right here. And we don't need, we just don't need that. Cancel that route. And I'm not going to wait. Guys up. Don't want totally ending the platform itself. Let's two. This Ernst has gigantic range, so I think at least adequate coverage. And then, of course, it's high line up. You know, I don't want to. I don't, it's not. It's a little bit. Yes. Oh, it is right here. Yeah, I'm bad at manually setting those guys and then forgetting about them. Let's yeah, I could set them to auto. For these, I like where they're pointing right now. These, let's let's set them to auto and let them have their own fun for a while. This bottom group, I think they're all targeting this area, which is fine with me. It's one of the areas I want to be softened. Um, but yeah, these top three they can take shots and they're going to take shots at the mainland. That's perfectly fine. All right, so now we're up here. I'm not going to wait. I'm gonna grab that resource. Might as well take some energy with it. Um, because Mr. Airsack meets Mr. Earn the Sniper. Oh, look at these skimmers. Come on now. Come on. Yeah, you had those shards hitting in a slightly different area, and that blob been slightly delayed. That could have been worse than it was up there. Okay. All right. Another thing I know I'm going to need. Let's quickly continue this advance though, because this stuff is just waiting for me to take it. I'm going to need an air base, full complement of aircraft, right? You know what? I have not been monitoring the Steam chat at all, but I see folks are posting on there. I'm sorry, I can't. I got like 500 windows open. There's Discord, there's Steam chat, there's the Steam broadcast. I'm recording this, I'm streaming it. Um, and this is the biggest mission I've ever played. I'm just gonna have to focus on the game. Um, all right, good. We'll take him and up here we'll get that resource. We're in a not really super duper defended area. Move our miner forward because I'd like to flatten this island. It's a little volcanic for my taste, so let's just flatten that down. It'll be more defensible. All right, and won't hurt to have a missile launcher up here or two. Hmm, got him early thanks to Ern Sniper. They're, they they fell out of range of doing anything really terrible. Okay, so let's get the big picture. What's going on here? This is like ICBMs going back and forth. We're just trading shots at each other. Um, all right, so I've taken the southern chain here and I've extended it up here. This island is it's tough to take, but maybe I should. I could try to bypass it and just go for the main island here. Either way, I need some real estate. So I'm going to do a little rezoning here. Things that I don't need. Gonna condemn some property here. So yeah, that looks like about a decent place. And yeah, it's quicker to build. It'd be quicker just to build terp or two down here to do the leveling and down brush size and let's make it all this level here. So let's see, I should be able to just do flood. There we go. That'll work. And then flood that. Yeah. Except where the units were, of course, they're in the way. That'll be a problem, but now our terps will get to work. We can clean up any spots they missed. And yes, by the way, the I am attempting to record this stream, so it will be available on YouTube later. If for some reason it doesn't work, I'll just make a brand new one and I'll play the mission again. But one way or another, there will be something on YouTube as well. Get you out of there, you down. Then we can put our run around. Good enough, I guess. Then bombers. I'm gonna tear down that. Almost can't have too many of these things. A full complement of bombers and anti-creeper bombers to go with it. Okay, that's put us in the red. We're in deficit. Even with our energy production, even with the upgrades, even with the miners and energy mode, still not enough. Not to build all that. They'll finish up, finish arming. I think defensible enough position to not have to worry too much about that. Out of range, bring him in range. Finish terraforming the island. Build some local defenses. Basically, just occupy this island. It's ours now, surrounding this little fortress here. And it's you can see the enemy is sending eggs over here to fortify it. I think we're going to bypass this. I could, I suppose, drop these out of, put them in manual mode, and we could just let him know that if we wanted it, we could. Oh man, my machine is struggling. Got streaming to Steam, recording. So I've got two separate encodings. mission. Um, so I'm not getting perfect frame rate, but it's close enough. OBS is pegging my CPUs right now. Boom, boom. Some of those eggs will pop 4 to 5. But I've got a lot of birth. He has a lot of eggs, but I have a lot of birthday shots. We'll just let him work on that for a while. So our bombers are ready, and we could employ them. Let's try this. Build beacons here. Beacons will uncover this denier. Doing a pretty good job softening this island up here. It's the local defenses have they're really weak now. This little patch right here, spot right here. This is flip breeder terrain. It's producing creeper because creeper's on it. But if I could get anti creeper there, it would start producing anti creeper. So that's kind of a key to flipping this island right here, turning it to our side. Okay, so let's flatten our anti creeper. See our islands real cleanly. And, we've made a point up here. Let's lay some Berthas here. This northern Jane, this assault. So the objectives of this mission, of course, take out all the enemies. Just tough, tough. Activate totems or reclaim. You know, we could probably get half if we took these islands, but we'd have to take some of the main islands and reclaim. That's just all there is to it. Um, there's only two totems. So we go to transparent creep. There's a totem right here, and one right here, both ends of the island. This one has a path to it, right? If we could take this out, we could occupy this island. Rock Falls right here. This guy, similar strategy. It's a potential opportunity. He sneak around. It would take what, two, three platforms? So it's going to take a lot of lifting if we try around the edge and do an assault right here and just avoid this little structure right here. So yeah, I don't know. There might be a way to snag that yeah, let's approach this island though. The invasion force. These guys, um, porters, is the one going to have to build platforms out to this area. And I'm going to wait. Uh, the enemy's strongest weapon coming for this, and he is staying out of range of our sniper. Uh, Check it all. Nearby snipers are going to do the best they can make it. Needs to go online because that sniper's energy starved. Built for snipers. Now, yeah, it was a little bit close. Now he's got adequate supply of snipers. Did the trick. Okay, we can turn him back off now. Decommissioned. I think our mortar are doing the job here. So oh, that's right. Drag selection. It's a little work for beacons. Make sure they stay safe. And back to where we want to build. Comes our lifting. It's constructing. I had a drop in connection. Folks, let me know if it comes back. All right. Okay. Yeah, I saw OBS said it lost connection and then reconnected. Really? Is it frame rate? Hmm. Okay. I wonder, is it any better now after this reconnection? If I was on a really bad server or what the deal was. I've got a monitor up for it. Frame rate looks okay on it. I've not been looking at that. Okay. Maybe the ingest server at Steam was having trouble or something. That's why somebody walked over and rebooted it. Who knows? Okay, so we're built here. Let's build a sniper here. And I'm going to move these beacons forward. We are fresh out of Liftic. What to do? I need to build another micro rift somewhere. Could do it on the northern chain. I could do it here. Probably because I want to turn off one of these platforms. Let's build it here, maybe. Let's turn this one off. We want to keep this link up so we can get our micro rift built. Then I can decommission this platform. Oh, I've done something incredibly silly. I took the main island and never built a green art refinery to harvest all of this green art that's glowing and staring me straight in the face this whole time. Like, please harvest me. Please. That'll make a difference on its own. Get finished. All right. Almost. I think with our additional green art harvesting, we might not even have to completely decommission. Now let's see if we can go right to the edge. Now, let's move further south. That'll do. And backfill. Can't quite move there yet. Let's go ahead and no, gotta wait. Just gotta wait. All right, so this is, I don't have to have this anymore. Turn him off. Micro-Rift supplies this island. So we're only attempting to operate 3 platforms at a time now. I've got plenty this ARG now from this chain. So why not? That way I can turn him off. Okay, as soon as she gets built, we have our little invasion force. We're also going to need at least one of these guys. Really? Why you build more than one? Why build one when you can build 2, twice the price? Or in this case, 3 times the price. Redirect some mortar fire or some Bertha fire. Never know when that third one will be needed. They do take lifting though, and that's what I'm low in. Yeah, probably not the best use of that lifting at this exact moment. Okay. You know what? I think it's time to stop messing around. These guys have been waiting for this moment. Send in all available bomber craft. Yes, I almost am. This guy right here, I almost am. I just need to get something in range. Get this creeper. One more platform will do it. Yep. Yeah, I can put a sprayer there. That will. Yeah, I'll divert a couple bombers to drop. Yeah, exactly. One big giant AC bomb per bomber will help secure the area. Yeah, look at this. We got some anti-creeper on the flip over here. Manage these bombers a little bit here, and I'm even going to redeploy some of the Bertha shots deeper into enemy territory now. One problem is the oh, there it is. Eggs keep coming here to this totem, but that's okay. Let's deploy more anti-creeper here. Move this to the right side of that totem. We don't need this there. I can just punish this area some more. Back to this. So let's flatten that AC again. I know I will need the turp over here because he needs to clean that up where I can land on it. And Mr. Sprayer. Right, he's the one who was building, not doing anybody any good back there. We need him here. Um, so let's decontaminate. I want to decontaminate the whole island. Decon, flood, whole thing. I lost one of those beacons to another blob. Okay, we've got the edge decontaminated. Can pile on over. I don't think I need these shots coming in here anymore. Eggs. Okay, and then lickety split. I think we want to nullify him. I'll put a sprayer on this island. Here. Yeah. Yeah, this over here, this area right here. Yeah. Yeah, I forget you're 20 seconds behind. Yeah. Yeah, the satellite enemy island. It's the eggs that I have to. Hmm. So here's what I want to do, right? I would like to ferry over some ARG, and I'm going to build it in the safest place I can put it, right on top of the flip. And I will build the micro rift right here. And I'm essentially relying on just the one. I should, yeah, it may get done by the time I'm, but let's see. I do immediately eject some of these bombers. I need to put them kind of on a combat air patrol over these areas where the eggs, they'll just circle. Oh, did it? Wow. Let's see. Let me stop and start it. OBS never complained. All right, looks like it just started back on my side. I don't know. Okay. All right, micro rift going. Oh no, what happened here? egg when I wasn't watching. Yeah, we never got our nullifier built. Sort of in a weak position here. Oh, the micro rift's built now. So here's what I should do. Hmm. Hmm. Mortar, mortar. Can't let this stuff keep coming back up on me. Okay. So yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it keeps sending eggs there before I can get it nullified. That's true. I could put one over here now, like in this area. Look, look, there it comes again. Pop. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, he does not want me to take that island. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm almost at my time to switch to you. I'll see if we can at least take the end of this island because haven't even put the rockets yet. That's how uh, massive this mission is, right? I'm going to be an hour into it, and I will just then be in the position to figure out how to assault the enemy homeland. But some rockets, some rain, some concentrated berthing, some air power. Bet they could clean up sectors. We're activated on a totem. We are outside on at least one of these blob emitters. All right, let's concentrate our Earth of Fire. I think we need it. If we can even think about chopping off this crimson corrupt rain over here and it backflow onto the main island because this is the gradient, the flow gradient. And it's flowing this way, and Crimson Creeper are these eggs aren't making life any easier here. review. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. They're shooting where they should. He's hitting the island that we're attempting to bypass. Let's go ahead and have him attack the southern island. And he's hitting behind the front lines. Hmm. It's the one thing I can do here. Would make me feel better would be to nullify the enemy's, at least its strongest weapon, take out the air sac cauldron right here. And no more air sac. Nullified on the cauldron. Let's review bombers. Send all of these guys. Eggs are still going off, but there's only one or two left. All right. He's going to try to come back, but Mesh has to regrow to get back up on that island. And all this weapon bombardment making it difficult for it. Okay. Um, so I'm in position to start the final assault here. This is probably a good a time as any for me to break at this point and switch over and let you show some stuff. I'll save this off. Just pause it, and I'll call this a vid save when I was making the video. All right, and I'll just let it run in the background while I prepare to switch over to your live stream. Yeah, let me just get it up here and it's too late. All right. I think I have it set up properly, but I don't know if there's any. I can. hmm I kind of want to switch my Skype output device though, so we don't create feedback for people. All right. Do you still hear me? I hear you through Skype. Do you have it set to the right device in OBS? For your mic, you have OBS set to capture from the crisp microphone, then check your crisp settings and make sure it's pointing to.
Okay, testing, there we go. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, folks, sorry about that. Knucklecracker, I cut the Skype sound. Knucklecracker. I know you're in echo, but that's fine. Can you hear me somewhere? I can't hear you anyway.
Well, I think I lost you on Skype whenever you flipped whatever you flipped.
Okay,
But that's fine.
I'm back on Skype now. I didn't know that you were listening on Skype. Sorry, I thought you were on the... sorry, it's very confusing.
Yeah, it's fine. Just focus on the OBS stream. That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter if I can hear
I
you.
have volume on OBS stream and I'm talking to you on Skype. Is that good enough?
Yeah, I'm good.
So this is what I was doing while you were sort of doing that massive thing. I just put a flat map out here and had a bunch of air sacs. I thought about this morning. And I was just sort of having this little island of guys defending.
Mm-hmm.
But over time they were weaker and weaker, so I sort of bought a ton of urns and gave them urns and
Right.
gave them all sorts of things to defend themselves with. So I think that's about it. I have a bunch of things that I've been looking at. Just cut out the free camera view, yeah? Shift F. And I think I'm going to go and just go to the... Some of the things that I've done is I have a map that I took over from a guy called Jason Stevens on Creeper World 3. And it has a few what called flip emitters of various kinds. It has the red emitters that flip and they can emit either creeper or anti-creeper depending on what's on the terrain where they are.
Mm-hmm.
I had a blue emitter that will produce anti-creeper if you give it energy, and the green emitter will give you anti-creeper if you give it liftic. And there was on Creeper World 3, this map was really, really hard. So I wanted to see how it compares if you do this in Creeper World 4.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just want to show you a couple of. I think this is one of the places where we actually. You gave me the option to reduce the overflow, the void height. So whereas usually in Creeper World 4 void height is at 2147, this guy will overflow on 500 and then Creeper will spill into the void
Right, much sooner.
much
Right, yeah.
sooner.
Yeah.
So now it says it's edited, so I'm just going to reload it again. Restart. Oh, you have a restart button. Does it work on custom maps? Yes, it works. So I have no idea. If anybody wants to know in my chat, you should ask Knucklecracker. I'm just going to try and figure out where I made this map so long ago. Why is the editor still up when I reloaded the map? Okay, let me reload it again. Okay, that's better. So I think I'm going to try, I don't know, land. That's an emitter, I can't land there. I think this map is very energy constrained. So I'm going to do my utmost to use as much of the as what I can get here. I can't overbuild at all. So one of the other things that this thing has, it has these funny weird little white things, I call them impellers. And when they get creeper or anti-creeper, they suck it in, they magnify it, and they pump it out at one of these chimneys. Now, frankly, I'm hoping that this map is still working because there's been a lot of formal changes since.
True. Hopefully, I didn't break anything.
Well, if it is broken, we're going to fix it.
Yeah, we'll fix
while
it.
you're on the line, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on what side of certain dates it's on.
Yeah.
For vector support and some other stuff.
Well, I don't think it used vectors, but maybe something else broke when you implemented the vector stuff.
Yeah, I might have changed the APIs to return vectors. So we'll see.
So, I should probably. Oh, you know what? I think. I don't remember. I think I had to. Well, I know I have to build a fab somewhere. And I don't want to build the fab on my resource terrain, do I? Because that would be a terrible waste of resources. So I need to somehow clear out a little space here for myself. But I really need some things because I don't have an infinite amount of time. This map has orbs. What do you call the blue balls that hangs off an air sac?
I've been calling them orbs.
You call them forbs as well?
Oh, well, orbs. I'm
Orbs.
going to rename forbs to something else.
Okay.
I've not decided yet. I see colors changing on your impeller, so something's working.
Okay, well, yeah, these two have started picking up things. And they're turning nicely. So they're going to start pumping out anti-creepers somewhere. Not really sure where. I forgot. I could look at... One of the things I can do with this, if I wanted to, is to put some data into this custom slots you have now. But I'm going to quickly get my fab up here somewhere.
I remember the key on this mission is speed.
And I'm not speedy, am I?
No, you're going pretty quickly.
I don't think I'm speedy enough, frankly. Come on, guys. See, I think I need to get where I can beat down whatever's going to come down that passage there. Okay, I can build. I don't want to build him too close to the edge there. I have 7 urns, I can use them as well. I forgot what I have to do. I need to build some more miners. Get these guys up. And I should neutralize this nullifier. This see this one. I think this one leaks from over here. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe from one of these deeper ones. Okay, I think I have some. I'm going to start turning sprayers on to pump some anti-creeper into these ones close to me. And we'll see how it goes from there. I have energy, so I can turn some of these on to my blue-white as well. And I need some snipers. About the urn portal. And missile launchers. Why am I forgetting missile launchers? That's important. Let's go. Oh, there we go. We stopped this guy. And soon I should get lucky. They will turn yellow if they still work. Oh, this one has turned yellow. So he's working. More energy. And I think I hear the first faint whisperings of spores coming. These spores are not as gentle as your spores. They target me. Now, do I have enough? I do not have enough. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I remember in this mission, you had to kind of hold the line there, right?
Yeah.
You could not let it
you
get
know,
past.
yeah. And this, I think, if I remember, didn't we find a bug right here in the corner where the stuff was coming up too high? But you fixed it. I mean,
so.
but there was a bug.
I think so.
Yeah, there was some weird little bug at the time. So now, okay, I got hit by something. I guess I didn't build any.
Oh, no, that little bit of creeper there, yeah.
I think I didn't build any snipers. I probably need snipers. I did build a sniper. Probably not enough. I don't remember if they were. Well, I've got 3 of these little impellers. Let's do this. Don't need energy. Oh, I remember I also had to build a bunch of porters to go to that little island, right? That was very important. I needed to take this island for all the resources it had. And to do that, I had to flood these 4 impellers with anti-creeper. I can see some leaking out there because it's starting to evaporate the creeper there. I do not have enough anti-creeper. Oh, I'm being flooded here. I'm trying to hunt for places to put things. I wonder if I really have to take this island in this version of the game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. You know what's saving you in this version of the game? I think the emit mode cutoff.
Is it
You're in the-
active?
It's active. You're at 5.2.
Oh, you know,
Uh,
that's
three-
new, so it probably jumped to some default.
You probably did. 3.5 was the default. Exactly. That's what saved you from this.
That's not really
horrible-
funny.
Well, there was. You remember how hard it was? There's this
How do I turn it
horrible wall.
off? Can I just say 0?
Yeah, I think it's 0. 0 does it. Sounds like what I would have chose. Yep. So, okay. You asked for it.
Thank you. That's why it got easier.
We should see the slope of the creeper graph.
Yes, it's definitely
positive.
jumping up.
Yeah, it went from like 0 to notably positive.
Well, we'll see if I'm still good at this. I don't know. I don't have time to look at Discord right now. Is everything good there?
Yeah, I'm watching the Steam chat as well. I have them kind of stacked.
Okay. I think that gave me a little breather, that fact that that stuff was turned off. A very much
It
needed
did.
breather.
It did. It allowed you to establish your foothold.
Yes.
'Cause I remember watching you play this mission in the earlier days, and sometimes holding the line right there at that ridge
Was- Impossible.
it was tenuous at best. It was a 50-50 type thing, even when you played almost perfectly.
Even when I played it many times.
Right, right.
It was a good map. I really loved this map in Creeper World 3. I played it like 10 times just to get it right. And I'm hoping that Jason Stevens will come back to Creeper World 4 and make some more maps.
Hmm.
Because it's the kind of map I like, which, you know, it's familiar play modes. But I need some more sprayers to dump even more anti-creeper out. And I think, did I build rockets? I don't even remember that. Might as well put a greener refinery up somewhere. I've not seen any spores lately. Oh, no, that's not spores. Those are eggs. There were no eggs in this mission when I played it last time.
There are now though, because the rules on that changed. Yeah, because I can see some. They're being fortified. Some positions.
Yes, but where are my spores? Why are my spores not emitting? Spore towers. Where are the spore towers? Oh, you're not good. They don't have information yet. Okay, well.
They don't. Not yet.
Oh, there's the spores. Why am I asking? I got them.
I'm going to switch the enemy information to hover panes.
Oh, okay.
Really soon anyway, and I'll update them all at the same time.
Okay, well, whichever way you want to do it, as long as they have a.
Mm-hmm.
Probably want to have some sort of a countdown timer for sporadic things as well. I don't know what, like an alarm. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, there were alarms in the earlier games for them, so yeah.
I'm gonna just go crazy, yeah, and bomb as much of this. What is this? This is. I don't think this thing has blobs out. But the eggs will make up for the. Did the egg production turn off now?
There's a cap. You can check that in the settings, but yeah, it will only make so many eggs, and you can see what their payload is as well.
Do we go back and look?
They're probably the defaults, I think. So it's probably like a 500, 700, something like
500
that.
eggs, 1,000 payload. So do you think this map? I don't know how many eggs are on the map, right? Not right now.
307.
Oh, of course, I can see it up there. 313.
Wow. Yeah.
You're a little behind me.
Yes. Yes.
If I can get, you know what? I'm going to fight till I get one of these flip emitters, and then I'm going to switch to a different map that I have. This island is nicely starting to flood now. If it in turn, I forgot where it sends its output to. But it will, I think it's going to pump out over here and over here on these two small islands near the denier.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to get it very, very thick. I think if you look down this chimney here, you can almost see some wanting to come out. Maybe it's wishful thinking on my part. Because over here, the creeper is only 1 deep. More sprayers. Oh, 8 and then more on and off. There we go. I really have to find a way. Turn off
Yeah, no. During this time, you had your easy start. The creeper has been inching upwards on you.
I'm not, this is not funny. I can see that I'm in dire trouble here. Well, I'm talking little bits here. Thank you for the warning.
Yeah, the easy start
is over.
Yeah, it allowed you to advance with fewer orders and fewer forces, and now it's
There's that movie there where the guy goes I just lost my nullifier, yeah.
Which means eggs are going to come in too. One took like 1 second to make its way there. You've got an earned sniper. I see they just took it out, but yeah.
Right? I have 2 earned snipers.
Yeah.
I have 2 more. I can take 2 more snipers too.
That mesh is going to start to grow too if you're not careful.
And yeah, I need to put something. I'm short of energy. That's not good. I'll just wait a short while and see if I can get my energy back before I try and rebuild the Well, it's starting to bubble out here, but not as much as I'm hoping for. And this is horrible. You don't play this, do you? You don't like this.
No, sometimes, yeah.
This is really bad. This is really bad. I need to. I think I have one more urn I can use. I'm more short on energy than I am on blue-white at the moment. Well, I managed to push it back again a little bit.
Yeah, you took the emitter back. Not nullified yet, but yeah.
I need to turn my bloom off. These things are too bright. That's better. I looked through my maps and there's a whole bunch of them that's lost all their textures, and I can hardly tell what they were.
Yeah, the theme manager changed.
Yeah, I remember
days.
we changed that.
You can bring them up and then click the theme editor and then just hit set, and it will apply the default theme to them, and that's 99% of where you need to go. Then you can customize it, of course, if you want, but the old original maps had a default theme anyway.
You didn't in your video cover any of that stuff with your viewers, did you?
No. Maybe I'll do some YouTube streaming later, maybe even tomorrow, that covers some of that stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'm still maintaining a tenuous lead, yeah. Tenuous advance, I should say.
It's a wall of creeper, but you're holding it back and you're pushing it.
Oh, this. Oh, you can see this is now leaking out, yeah. But not enough to actually fill it up. Okay, let's see if I can bomb this guy into a position. I'm still short on energy. I should build more miners. If I'm short on energy, I also don't get to make enough blue-white. It was really hard flipping these guys for some reason. I think I needed a lucky shot every time to flip them.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're so continuous. You needed a massive bombardment or a little bit of luck on the timing. Sometimes it would take just like one extra mortar or something nearby.
Maybe if I earn one of them, I earn the cannon. Why have I lost my energy grid here?
Yeah, you're.
That means there are striders on this map, is it? My nemesis striders.
Mm-hmm.
Holy golly.
Oh, I remember. You might want to set a mortar or two a little bit back from the front line so that it only shoots at that. Otherwise, they kind of
like this one's?
turns. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't want it shooting at the front wall of Creeper. You want it only shooting at that that impeller or the flip emitter there. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is a flip emitter.
That's a flip. Yeah.
Let's see how my creeper goes up. Oh, look at it. I'm building up a nice inventory of creeper over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's flooding over to here. But I don't know when, anytime now, some of this is probably going to pop over because... No, this is only 60 or 70 deep. It's not even close to the danger depths yet. Man, I'm not getting this guy. What killed that thing there?
What was that?
That's what the recorder is for.
Yeah, what was that? Yeah. Oh, it was something building. What was it?
Oh, so I don't see something building here, do I? Yeah, there. It was so close to being completed because there's a neighboring one just appears on the map there.
Zoom in a little bit and then move the map up and left so that your picture's not right on top of it. Yeah, now that's good. Now up just a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. So what was it?
I don't know.
What was it that blew up?
A mortar. It blew up right here where my cursor is.
Okay.
You'll see one mortar instantiating there. The one that blew up was immediately adjacent to that. I wonder if it's maybe just a... You know what? There's no nullifier on this emitter, is there? Did it get destroyed again?
I guess it got destroyed.
And then what happened is that the mesh.
Mesh got it. It's the mesh.
The mesh got it. So I need to find a way to...
That mesh is very slow growing when it's covered with anti-creeper, but it still grows.
Yeah, and I think maybe I can't build... Okay. I need to come and control this mesh here. Man, I wish I can get that guy to... I'm flattening the AC so I can see what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing ground here. Don't think I can afford to. I'm going to change to energy production on the urn.
Those flip emitters probably need like a very small coil when...
You know what? I'm going to turn this sprayer off so you can collect a bunch of AC.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to burst him. I'm going to kill him.
So if you hover over that flip emitter, what are the creeper levels? What sort of depth is it spawning? Oh, it's a lot. I see.
It really doesn't seem to be that
Move,
much.
move the mouse down just a little bit. Let's make sure you're not. That you could be one cell off, or you could go to top view, I guess. There it is. Yeah.
25 or so.
Okay, so that's a lot. It takes a lot of simultaneous hits in order to, or a lot of anti-creeper to overcome that. And it must be operating per frame or every other frame. It looks like it's going really quickly.
I thought I had it set to be every half a second. They're 15 frames. But we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I should just move on past it for now.
I guess you could give yourself a Bertha.
Oh, hey, can I do that?
You can add a Bertha. Yeah, you could take the one off of GitHub.
Is it
I
on the
guess.
GitHub thing? And I actually
think
put
it
the
is, yeah.
GitHub on my computer, so. Oh,
If you just
yeah, why don't I do
Mm.
that?
you just got a massive stun.
I know.
That might, interestingly, that might sync everybody up if they recover quickly enough. Not quite. They wanted to shoot at the front line. They got to push it back first. Yeah, in theory, a Bertha shot would be all she wrote.
No, yeah, but maybe I'll wait with it. If I get desperate, but I'm thinking that I'd like to see if I can just old school this map. Not every map should be solved by Berthas.
Right.
And you had plenty of showtime for your Berthas in that map you played. Gosh, that map was hard.
Yeah, I have not completed the map yet. I tried, a little test run this morning and got about as far as I did in the video. A little better because I wasn't on a video, but yeah, I'm starting the assault on the main island. Whew.
Oh,
I
this
see a way to
guy
get the Go ahead.
is not collecting. I lost the mortar. Creeper, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, it's fine. It's hard to play and talk, I know. There was a guy posting on the Steam forums saying that he didn't think the game was hard enough.
Oh, the demo?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's not. It's not hard. The demo's not hard, yeah. I can agree completely with that. It's just a demo, though. Last thing you want to do in a demo is
You know what?
scare
You
people
know
off.
what? Now I remember what I had to do. I have to get to this and send some of the creeper back to me, the anti-creeper.
Right, you could put sprayers over there, right, and harvest the anti-creeper.
Yes.
And then you can just make a massive flood of it, and you can micro rift there and back, right?
Yes, that's the point.
Mhm.
So ARG and give them a destination. In Creeper World 3, I had to do this with guppies. There was a fleet of guppies on this map.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to build a microwave nice and convenient to everything. Oh, that's not convenient to that guy. And I've forgotten to build any more pylons.
Yeah, your
Hey,
factory's
this
actually
thing
not-
has changed. Look at that. I got it flipped while I wasn't watching.
Oh wow, yeah. Maybe a lucky 4 or 5 shots. I think what happened is you pushed the front line back, so
Yes.
more of your mortars took shots at that guy. Yeah. Yeah. Now you've got an ally.
Now he's my friend. Very constant output. Going to release this urn and give it back to a mortar. Yeah, can you tell Enider on Discord that this is my friendly flip emitter now? Now that I own it, it'll be mine for as long as I can keep it flooded in anti-creeper. This will get me energy as well here, so I'm gonna quickly build out a network here. I could even harvest this stuff. I mean, it'll just come flooding in. Right now I've exhausted all my my ARG. Keep losing units in the wrong places. What? What hit me in the back here? The spore. Okay, well that's my own fault. I'm diverting all the ARG production to making those 2 micro rifts. So I don't have enough to support my my sprayers, my missiles. How does this look? I think I have enough there. I'm going to stop these guys. Oh, I have 3 rockets as well. That's nice. Okay, now I should be completely in a better position because this guy is activated. Did I lose the one on this side? No, he's still building. He's at 183.
Mm-hmm.
So he will soon activate, and then I will be in a better position. Because then all these resources will start pumping stuff back here. 187 is just going very, very slowly. And I'm losing another unit somewhere.
Yeah, mortar.
Now this was a cannon.
Ah.
It popped right here. That's a mortar. There it was.
Yeah, yeah.
This is. I'm not setting these things to mesh. It's on the very high of my list of things I would beg of you is to make the color changes when I set them to different.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that I need that, right? It's not a.
Oh yeah.
It's not a secret to you.
Hopefully, come with maybe some new models.
How is that model of yours going? Is it working well?
I haven't had a chance to work on them this week with all of the festivities.
Okay.
This is like Mardi Gras for Steam this week.
That is true. That is true. And I assume that between yesterday and today, this morning, were you just setting up for the stream, or did you work on those two weird little bugs we found?
Bugs that we found. One of them I fixed last night.
Oh yes, of course you did. Was it easy to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have not had a chance to look at the settings stuff.
That was the other one that's potentially a problem.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's a problem, but yeah, I was going to look at it.
Here we go. This micro rift is activated, so all of these guys will send me some very much needed bluite. In fact, I'm going to try and can't get a good grip on how to send
one of the challenges with this game, people always were like, oh, the fluid dynamics must be hard, and that's a problem I've been working on for 10 years. So that's not the problem anymore.
not the challenge for you.
It's not the challenge. The challenge is that this game requires a very high information density.
Yes.
People want to know where every little square of creeper is, where every unit is. They want to be able to tell what the unit is from completely zoomed out to completely zoomed in. They want a high degree of precise information. That forces the look of the game in some ways to have high contrast units, cartoonish looking things. Even the current choice of voxel units versus angled terrain versus smooth creeper, those are three different styles on purpose because they provide a visually distinct geometry so that you can tell the units from the terrain from the creeper without having to stare at it. Put another way is it forces the game into a ugly state, but it's an information dense state. So the struggle is to make it look cool and beautiful and like a video game, but not rob you too much of that information. That's the challenge.
That's the nicest and best way I've ever heard you put it. The requirements of why the units are like they are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think that's relevant. Now I have the little challenge on this one. I guess I have to push back here as well. It's really hard to get across as whatever, like a dried up stream or something. But I think I messed up somewhere because the creeper isn't overflowing. I mean, even here in the mesh, it's only like 60 high. Where's it to see the AC? I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is still pumping steadily higher, yeah.
Yeah, well, that island you took is just a AC blueite, which means AC factory, right? I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I'm still short on AC. I should probably, but if I suck it away from there, then it doesn't go to the next
It
set
doesn't
of
go there.
islands.
Yeah.
So it's a
you want
choice
it
of
there.
which way I wanted to do it. And I don't recall what I needed to do. Talking about information dense, I can't play when the creeper is up, the anti-creeper is up. This guy gonna make it? Yes. But nobody else is gonna get close there. Wait. You can go there. You can go there. I have two other maps that are pretty high on the sort of the AC chart, where they just they really rely on AC to carry the day. Thinking maybe I'm going to save this in a minute. Just cleared up and I lost something. I lost two things.
Mm-hmm.
I have one map that relies on terrain, on breeder terrain, AC. But I know that map lost its texture, so if we work on that map, then you're going to have to do that magic that you talked about. I'm going to have to do
Right. Yeah.
the magic you talked about. So let's put it back. Let me get one or two more things here, and then I should be ultimately good to go. Keep losing things here. Wow, this is really a big slog to get across here. Not sure that that's a great place for a pilot. It's not like it's.
If you could get that guy to flip, that would help a lot. But yeah, those mortars you're building might help.
I need to put some mesh eating cannons here. Mesh eaters, there we go. Oh, look there. Did I. Wait. Probably one of my ends that I lost. Come on. Keep being hit by striders, but it's not too bad. This map is actually not as bad as some other maps of your the generated maps I've been playing.
Mm-hmm.
And those I
The
suffer.
Mark V.
Or
Yes,
the Mark
the
V
Mark V.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so now maybe just a couple more mortars around this.
Yeah, once you get that front line pushed back, then your mortars will, any mortars behind it, the only thing they'll have to shoot at will be that flip emitter. You want them in range of it. So that, yeah, exactly. You can just get a bunch all firing on it at once.
There's already little holes appearing here because some of my impellers are sending anti-creeper
Yep.
onto this quadrant here. This corner is more not a quadrant really.
See, yeah, they're keeping the creeper a little suppressed there. You can see the anti-creeper appear and disappear instantly, yeah.
Tiny little flashes. Man, it's taking a long time. If I get this one, I'm going to stop the game. This is interesting. This game was set before we had to set objectives. This game was built, so it has no objectives for victory.
That's true. There's nothing on the map to automatically add an objective, and then there's not one triggered. Yeah, you could. You can go into the editor and add an inhibitor right now. It's been calculating the reclaim. I bet you're like it. What do you figure at? 20%? 15% reclaim?
I wonder. Let me put an inhibitor on and see.
Yeah, you can just stick it anywhere, and it will show those stats.
Right, let me put it where the denier is. Maybe.
It doesn't matter where you put it, really. Just it's indestructible and movable.
Yeah, but I clicked there and it wasn't going to go there. I kept clicking.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Yeah, that's one of the things. You can't put it in the denier area. That's one of the things I have to fix. You can just stick it anywhere, though. Stick it on you, someplace you can see it.
Oh, it's in the deep creeper behind here.
Yeah.
31%, 31.38%.
Oh, okay. That's more than I thought. Twice.
Oh, thank you very much. I guess it's because I got to take the islands over here.
That's it. I didn't think about that island, that the anti-creeper blue island. Exactly. Yeah.
No, not only that one, but
and the other ones.
The two longer islands. Should I call them Long Island?
Long Islands or Barrier Islands. Yeah. Yeah.
The Barrier Islands. There you go. Kitty Hawk Island is there somewhere.
Yeah. The Outer Banks, North Carolina.
This is. I have to set the interval a little slower. Where do I have an urn? I need an urn here somewhere. Where is my urn? There's an urn. No urn for you, urn for you. Here we go. No. I think I have to not watch it. I think it's like a kettle.
Right, it just won't. As long as it's in your field of view, it won't flip. Yeah, that'd be a mean piece of Vorpal code, right? If it's visible.
Determine the camera angle, the camera field of view, and behavior accordingly.
Right, it's a quantum emitter, right?
Oh, there it goes. It flipped. Just like that, it flipped. I had no idea why I didn't even see the flip. I swear I wasn't looking, and next thing, it flipped.
Yeah, I think it's just since it's emitting like every frame or really close to it, it just depends on how many mortar shots hit at the same moment or within a frame or two.
Was it really only 6 months ago that I played this map? Wow.
6 months, that puts it in this year, right?
December.
Or at the end,
December.
okay, December, yeah.
I'm saving it and quitting it now.
All right.
Enough of this one. Let me show you some of my other maps. Cascade was, I think, let me see, Cascades. Oh, this is that one. You should remember this one. That again uses the impellers and chases a column of creeper around these squares.
Oh, this thing. Yeah.
Which was evilly hard until I figured it out, but that's not the one I'm looking for.
It's like a tug of war.
Yes. Distant. This is the one I wanted to. But I should.
Yeah, that's one of the maps where you're like, I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm going to win. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, let's edit Distant Flood because it needs some color. So what this map is doing is there's all these little squares of breeder terrain, and they're going to flood over and contaminate the next one as it goes along.
All right, bring up the editor and then go to theme.
And just say apply.
Yeah, I'm behind you a little way.
By 20 seconds, right?
Yeah, I shouldn't be. I'm watching the YouTube stream though, so open theme editor and then set right next to World 1 under theme. Actually, you don't have to open the theme editor. You can just hit the set button.
We have a color, so I'm going to just save it. And let's see how it works. This map has a bunch of old stuff on it. It has monoliths. Is this an output monolith?
Zoom down and look at it. There'll be an arrow.
Oh, you are 20 seconds behind me.
You must not be on ultra low latency.
Damn it, I thought I put it on ultra low latency.
Yeah, that's output. That sends it out. And if it points down, it sucks it in. Points up.
I just checked my YouTube stream and it says it is on ultra low latency.
That it is not?
It is.
Oh, it is. Okay. Weird then.
Yeah. So let's just do a test. I'm going to look for the next. Tell me when the next monolith comes on your screen.
You just panned over and...
Wow, that is a long time.
The next monolith appeared, yeah.
Because on Steam, it's still not even there.
Right. On Steam is a further delay after the YouTube pickup.
Okay. Now,
yeah.
Okay, now the thing about this map, I'm going to save it and finalize it so I can play the finalized version. Okay. I have no idea how I approach this map. I think I needed anti-creeper. There's no other enemies except this little bit of creeper. So I'm going to just flow it and have a look at how it goes and what it does. Oh, that's not very strong. 0.15. It's not very threatening, is it?
It probably builds though, right?
I think it will. I hope it will. This map has totems, so it must have known about totems for victory conditions. I should have said that while I was in the map editor. Oh, look, it has an objective. It says totems, activate the totems.
If totems are present, then you get that one. You don't have to manually specify it. It's if there are totems on the map, that one's automatically added.
Okay, cool. So I'm just watching what's going to happen. I wonder if I set it to be weak or if it's just that it gets terribly strong after a while. I think I'm going to need anti-creeper. So the point here is I'm going to probably have to go and build over here. And now I'm wondering again, this is an output creeper. If I connect to it, then I can convert it to an input. Oops, I didn't use a very straight line there. But who cares? I'll just connect them at the end. Weapon, sprayer. Just in case this is going to erupt. This was in the days of big splashes. You couldn't safely build here. I think you might have changed the splashing.
Yeah, it's sort of.
It almost looks.
I don't remember.
It almost looks like it goes hollow for a minute. I think this map was the inspiration for that other map, and that it wasn't strong enough. And then I built that cascading map. Because this looks just really slow. And if I make it stronger, then it overflows the cisterns, or it already overflows them.
Yeah, do they totally fill up right now, or?
If you look around where my cursor is, I don't know if anything shows my cursor. Doesn't look like it. But there are some of the cisterns that are overflowing.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah. Well, that'll be a problem. That will start to backflow into all the chambers, and then, yeah.
I think that was kind of part of the intended problem. Oh, and there's a stash. I remember now. There's a stash somewhere. Ultimately, if this stuff gets to where the stash is, I think then all heck breaks loose. There's the stashes in there. 10,000. That's very bad.
Yeah, once he starts going off, you'll get waves that ripple across everything, and that whole area is one giant emitter at that point. Right, I remember this now. You think, oh, it's not so bad, it's not so bad. But you have to hurry. You can't let it get to too many chambers or that stash.
Yeah, I have to cut it off, right? I have to try and cut it off before it flows back up the single. So this was a wise choice to build around here. I need to build some more sprayers, I guess. And this guy got flipped, didn't he? Oh no, I don't remember how to flip a monolith.
There used to be a control panel for them, but it was only, yeah, that one you control. There's a thing on top of it. And if you click on it, there should be a control panel for it, I think.
Oh, there isn't a control panel that says absorb.
Okay.
And it shows that it's absorbing. It flipped the arrow down.
Yep, right.
Well, you should feel happy that your controls work even when you change the interface.
Yeah, monoliths have been, they've been mothballed for a long time.
These ones, I need to come and connect to these guys. And then I have to come down into this cavern here and connect to these other monoliths, and then I can tell them.
Output, exactly. Yep.
And already there's very thin creeper there. And I'm losing something.
Right. That's right. If you rush to connect to them, then you can flip them so that they're outputs. Otherwise, they're inputs, and they'll start streaming all of the creeper back to you.
Mm-hmm. And by the time you finish saying that, you see on your screen my destruction, my ultimate end of this game.
Yeah, you're one path in there.
Now I have to figure out what to do. Actually, you know what? That was it. You could not make waves in this. I could not ever make a wave. I had to sneak across until I...
Very rapidly sneak in there and get those guys flipped. Exactly.
Yes, and not shoot at them at all.
Don't shoot. You have to defer engagement as long as possible until you get those things taken and flipped.
I think even putting these sprayers here is wrong because it's going to create waves. Let's jack up the speed. You have a speed button. Our audience probably doesn't like to wait. Let's see where we end up. Why did I put an oh my gosh. I did not realize I put one down in the bottom there. Oh well, it works. Very precarious, but whatever. Oh, and that's why the lift tick is here. Do these things arm with energy?
The monoliths? I'm not. Yeah.
Anti-creeper. I set these totems to arm with anti-creeper.
Oh, are they? Yeah. If you point at one, it'll They might have been just, it's a hover thing. You don't have to click
Well,
anything.
it turned off because it was fully loaded, so you should be able to see
Right.
it.
I see. 20 anti-creeper. Yes. Totems can be set to take any, including a combination of resources to
But I'm too
activate.
late. The stash is activated.
Yeah, pause it and flip all of those monoliths before you lose control of them. You should be connected to them.
Well, this is interesting. This guy says he can't flip.
Does it have a control collar
No,
on the top of it?
no.
Huh. I don't remember the rules for monoliths.
No, well, this one seems to have a little control. This. I wonder if I have to connect to it in some other way, that maybe with a.
Yeah, I had kind of decided that monoliths weren't part of the game, that they would become just a custom unit if people wanted them.
Yes.
Because you can make one totally as a Forpal unit now.
Yes. Yes.
But this mission has them in it, so yeah. I thought it was just connected. Once it was connected,
Yeah, but these don't connect. If you look here very carefully, they don't connect. There's no way to connect to this guy. Whereas to this guy,
try building a tower right next to it and see if that'll
well,
will do
okay,
it.
yeah,
No,
okay.
nothing connects to it. Yeah.
But the other one also does. Maybe if they're in Soylent, they will. I don't know. Try Soylent.
If I had to guess, I'd say that they were set to be not connectable for some reason. I don't remember why.
Made them so it should be me that. I should remember, but I'm going to try. I don't have much time. Look at the stash here. He's 40% loaded.
Yeah.
Well, at least I fixed the terrain. How much time have we got on this stream store? Oh, there we go. Too late. Too late, he cried. Oh boy, there we go. I'll be back to play this again at some other time. Did you hear me ask about how much time we have on the stream?
Yeah, it ended 26 minutes ago.
It ended 26 minutes ago. So what are the 300 people still doing on it? Did you want to take it back, or you want me to play a different map?
No, you take a look at a different map. I mean, as long as we got people watching, why not? The Steam thing is ill-defined and poorly communicated as anything they've ever done, I think. I didn't know what was going to happen before this week, and I didn't know what was happening during the week. And I think we're all just kind of playing it by ear. So people are streaming all the time whenever they want to, regardless of whether it was your slot or not.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm looking at my cascades. I was trying to remember the most fun map. And I think the one I liked, I've looked at them earlier and I'm just re-looking at them. No, not this one. Exit mission. So version 3. Okay, let's try this one. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll just get it to run so people can see what's going to happen. Oh, this one overflows a little bit. And these impellers aren't working. These impellers are broken.
Oh, they're broken ones, yeah.
Huh. So it's time for the editor.
This was a pretty old map, if I remember.
Cascades version 3. Editor, let's look at the mods. Look at the script.
Now, people won't be able to see your script.
That's what you think. I have set it up.
You setting it up to share screen?
Yes, I have. I just
Okay.
Isn't Notepad showing? I think Notepad is showing.
Yes. I see it now.
This says Creeper Pump, and I called it Impala. That's classical silliness. Doesn't matter where I move this. It just the view for you guys is just absolutely stable.
I'd start by compiling all the scripts to see if there's compile errors, because that is dated September 2019. Your Creeper Pump. That's a long time ago in Forple years. Forple months.
Well,
Okay. All right. So that's good. That's a good start. Nothing missing anyway.
so now how to debug this one? Should we just look at it for a little while?
Yeah, take a quick look. Let's just take a.
Let me see if I walk you through it, what it does. It has some settings. It has an interval. Why? Oh, this is a comment. Number of frames, how much it multiplies by, when it activates, how much it will transfer, and where it emits to. And I have a debug switch on each of them to turn on the debugger.
Hold on a second. I got to get myself out of the way. My little window.
So he finds out where he is. Is this maybe wrong that the get obj position now returns a vector?
I'm almost confident. If you see anything that returns an XYZ, those are all vectors now. So you get even your object color, your object position. Anytime you see yourself dealing with triplets, so this is not going to be a trivial.
Yeah, this is going to be a long work to get this guy fixed.
Because this whole thing was written assuming 3 coordinates being returned. It'll take 15 minminutes, not 30 seconds. People don't want to watch this probably.
No, I'm sure people doesn't want to watch me struggle, right? That it is painful. That is for sure. When I write,
it's a good footnote though, because on line 24, that get object position returns 3 variables, and that's classic RPL in Creeper World 3 and Particle Fleet. But there's a vector type now, so it returns a variable, and there's that vector is a atomic type, so to speak, and it has an XYZ, NW, or an RGBA, or different ways to reference it. It's one type that contains up to 4 floats for the people who care about scripting.
Oh, look at this. The Atlantic Basin, it turns a flat map. That's really weird.
I'm just catching. Wow, totally flat.
Well, no, actually, maybe I put it there because I was hunting for the Atlantic Basin map. I was going to put that into the save.
Yeah. There's one called Flat Map.
Oh, no, that's just my play. This is where I played earlier, where I made that. This is the one I really like. I just spam a few things. I can put anything here and it plays for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's very peaceful if you play the music and you have all these air sacs floating overhead. I had a thought. I sent you a map that I said had every unit on it. It was sort of an invasion map.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that saved? Can you drop it for me in Discord?
I'm sure I do. The question is whether I can find it amongst the many dozens of other things. Let's see. You don't happen to remember what its name was?
Save something. Was a Mark 5 map. So actually, wait. Maybe I have it. Hang on. Mark 5 maps. Let me see. It was a left to right big chasm. Run January Garden. There we go. I have it.
Okay.
And I guess that the save I gave you, I'm going to have to look at the save to see where.
Run January. Or what's the date that you saw on that, or that you played it? The first, June 1st.
June 1st or something. Yeah, there's. I found it in a very nice place. No, this is too late. I've already invaded it.
Oh, you're sort of progressed there, but yeah.
Hey, there was a screen. That was fortuitous. It was a screenshot
I think that was a screenshot. Yeah.
of this map. Okay, this is a good one. Shadow Dragon. That's funny, Shadow Dragon. I can. You don't have a. Where is that text? I can drop that four-pole, that broken four-pole on the Discord. People can look at it. I don't know where it is. Can do it later. So this one I have to get across. The creeper is coming at me, and I have to go and stop the creeper from coming at me. I think that what I figured out. You're getting tired. I'm getting kind of.
Yeah, we'll go just as long as you want to. If you start getting tired, we can quit. We can always pick it up later, do it tomorrow. That seems to be the rules for this event on Steam. Just have at it. Some people are recording their sessions and just playing it in a loop.
Hey, you can do
over
that.
and over again. I could, I suppose. It's what other people are doing.
I wonder if Steam will make better rules for the next time.
No.
No?
I don't. I don't think they will.
Oh wait, this is a great place to use an urn. Do I have any urns? Yeah, I've used 4. So I want to connect to every resource that is available and defend every resource that is defendable. There's a difference in English between defendable and defensible.
That's true. Never thought about it, but yeah.
Okay, I should build more collecting things. Oh, you know what? This is early in the game. I have no snipers. And this is too late. Too late, he cried. Too late, too late. Where is my snipers? Oh, here comes a horde of troubles. Can we call something a trouble in this game?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Oh, I see them coming on your stream now.
It's too late. Oh, man. I think that should be the, that so many people come the mistake the server for a Minecraft server,
Right.
and they go, "Oh, creeper." Should be, "Oh man, you just killed all my stuff again."
Yeah, I used to get, well, you know, the meme people show up on Discord occasionally, the Minecraft people and all that. It used to irritate me many years ago, that people would confuse the two. And then I realized, no, I'm not irritated by that at all, because it means that a certain percentage of people who are looking for creepers in Minecraft accidentally find this game and they end up liking it. So it's fine. Even though Creeper World existed before creepers were in Minecraft, everybody thinks it's the other way around. But it's fine with me that people accidentally find the game
Yeah.
sometimes just because of that.
What do they call that sort of? There's like a word for where people have those mistaken beliefs. Is like it's called the Mandela effect or something, because a lot of people believe that Mandela died in prison when he actually went.
Right. Yeah, the Mandela effect, where people think that they're from an alternate reality, or that the past changed.
Yes.
They remember, they swear they remember something different than it actually is. Fruit Loops is one of them. Some people swear that Fruit Loops is spelled Fruit instead of Froot. Fruit Loops, that's another example. Those are more easily explainable, I think, though. I mean, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
And I still haven't bought more missiles. Oh gosh. Oh boy, wake up, yeah. Smell the water. Thank goodness that your maps are forgiving about it to some extent.
Yeah, there's folks that make maps that have spores, where a spore carries 10,000 creeper or something like that. You that one spore through, and it's the end of your base.
So you're going to rework this inhibitor guy, right? We're going to figure out a different way that it operates.
The inhibitor, yeah, it does two things right now. It's just a thing on a map that signals the reclaim victory. It's the center of the special effect, but it also grows trees. And it's movable by you. I'm going to make that grows trees. I'm going to take that away from it and put that elsewhere in the game, on another unit or another structure or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it will just be the center of a special effect. In the way totems are just objectives, it's just sort of a signal on a map that there's this thing that allows you to get a reclaim victory. But the tree regrowth will go elsewhere.
I was looking through my maps and I found the map. If I could remember what it was, I would show it, where there's still a pterosaur nest on it. I still want to boulder, but I think, oof, that was close. That was so close. But that missile was going to hit this guy. As it is, I am not getting a hit. I need to go and find something to
move my little picture back to where it used to be. I've been hopping around during the stream where my little headshot is.
Okay. Can you not just suppress your head? I mean, you don't have to, but put it next to mine, and I'm kind of trying to remember that it's there.
No, it was. I'm parked under the terraform button now.
Okay.
That's not a very heavily used part.
Okay.
Of the screen.
That's true. Maybe I can go park there too. I didn't lose this guy, so I can just go back yet. Platform. I was going to try maybe a platform, yeah. Did I say a platform? I lied.
Yeah, do a little offshore bombardment. Never hurts. you've got the resource for it.
And this guy is just waking up to make more rocket fuel.
Somebody said they remember finding the Creeper World 1 demo on Armor Games a long time ago, those old Flash days.
I have good memories. I think I found it on Congregate.
Congregate. That's where most people found it. I created Creeper World 1, and there was, of course, the desktop version, and then there was, a few months later, the web version, and that was always the plan, to have a web version. But there was a delay between releasing the desktop game, and of course, you make a neat game, nobody knows it, nobody just finds you, you have to find them. So when I released the Creeper World 1 Flash game on Congregate, that was a big event. I think I did it in December. I was trying for the monthly prize for December. I think I won the monthly prize in December. I had narrowed down exactly what day of the month you needed to release on, and all that sort of stuff. It was always in the early 20s, 20, 21, 22. If you released too early, your rating would peak and then go down. If you released too late, it wouldn't hit its maximum potential. So you wanted it to peak on the 31st of the month. So a lot of folks were getting computers that year, I guess, for whatever reason. And so yeah, the week between Christmas Day and the end of the year, that's when so many people found Creeper World. Tons.
No, that seems to not tie up with my recollection, because maybe I thought it was early December, because I kind of thought I was there by the end of December.
Well, you never know.
This is what we just talked about. There's a false recollection thing.
The Creeper World Mandela effect.
Yeah. Look at this guy. Oh man. Oh come on. Just killed me again. Yeah. Need more snipers.
It's quite possible that I am mixing up events from Creeper World 1 and Creeper World 2. I would not contest that one.
You're not wrong, I think, because
I could be. I don't. There were 3 Flash games for Creeper World 1, I think, and then there was one for 2, and then a Flash, and then a Unity for 3. Sometimes I have to check the Wikipedia page for Creeper World to figure out what happened and when. I know it sounds terrible, but things run together.
yeah.
Creeper World Training Sim was the first, and User Space, and then Evermore.
Evermore was one of the things I talked you into. I remember that for sure. And that's not a false memory, right?
No, that's true. Creeper World Evermore definitely exists, and we talked about it. I remember that.
And I convinced you that if you had a lot of plays, that would get you a lot of money on Congregate.
And I did. I got a lot of plays on Congregate over the years.
Not a lot of money. That's the point.
Right. Yeah. That's the trick. People who did Flash gaming for a hobby, it's all fine. It's fun and games, literally. And it's fine. And you can make $100 a month, something like that. Pay your hosting fees, pay for some development tools, partially anyway, and have a lot of fun and learn a lot of stuff. But that's not a business, right? You gotta make more than $100 a month to run a business. So yeah, and to this day, people still play Evermore in spite of the difficulties with running Flash in most browsers. People will play Evermore, and I get ad revenue from Congregate to this day.
What, 57 cents a month?
It's more than that. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. It's in the neighborhood of like $20 a month or something like that. I mean, it's not zero. Um, Believe it or not, this is the funny one. This is the one nobody believes. I still get ad revenue from ChopRaider in 2008 to this day. Now it is measured in the pennies a month, so it has to go like 6 months before I'll get $5 or something like that. Uh, but ShopRaider, of all crazy things, 2008, 12 years ago, a little flash game. That wasn't at all extensible. It's just a fixed set of missions. People play that, ads get served. Comes back through the ad company's CPM star. Uh, so yeah,
Well, the other life of this, I bought a runway somewhere. Guess it was later after I saved it. Now I'm just going to do a massive invasion here.
hmm
Ooh. Let's see if this still works. This was a good creeper wall tactic to just throw as much as you could at something. It stuck, you won. Oh, wait. I have orbitals.
Oh, that could help. Got send in a bunch of sacrificial cannons. When the cannon in front dies, the cannon behind takes over.
I have no intention of letting the cannon in front die. I don't like my units to die.
Well, there's some anti-creeper. That'll buy you some time, a little time.
There was every available orbital I had went into that anti-creeper.
You need a bunch of mortars up there, though.
Orders
Most of those
are
cannons.
incoming.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a steep hill here. That's not good for this. Doesn't say much for the life of this little guy. Oh, this one hurt already before it even landed. I don't think I'll hold it. And I didn't do save before I started the offensive. Well, if this totem activates, then I could have a bit of space. Come on. Why is it not going? I have no lift tick.
Oh, wow. Your rocket's taking all your lifting. Oh, it's so close. You're like, I see it. You need 5.
3, 1. I got it.
Oh, you got it. Cool.
I got lift tick. Oh, is it working? Yes. And these guys hopefully are spraying as much as they can, always on.
Those new shields are field-based now, so they pack a little bit more of a punch than
Yes, and the old terrain thing.
the old pseudo-terrain. Yeah.
Is it pseudo terrain? A lot of people are very keen on Yum CSM maps, and I think the CSM maps is completely reliant on a set terrain thing.
Yeah, it's still there. It's all still there. And in fact, I'm probably going to switch the totem shields to actually do both, to be both field-based and pseudo-terrain-based. The reason why is the field is really good at pushing the creeper radially outward. Um, the pseudo-terrain always sort of has a flat spot on the top of it. If you imagine a dome of terrain, there's going to be a section on the top that's flat. If it was only pseudo-terrain, then any creeper right at the totem would tend to hang around in the very center for a while before it would dissipate and flow off. The field takes care of that. But if I do both, then things like spores and blobs and orbs, the things that the air sacs drop or that the current forbs throw up, those sort of things will appear to bounce off shields because they already interact with pseudo terrain. So I think I'll be doing both. Right now, it was pseudo terrain, then it's fields, and I think I'm going to switch them to both.
I think a lot of people have been asking about these little guys that you can see on my screen now. Unfortunately, they're so small that Lumo made so much effort to make them, but they're tiny.
The skimmers. Yeah, yes. The skimmers, yeah.
Now, if they die, they are the most horrible things on the map. And I think this guy is going to die pretty soon, yeah.
Yeah,
I think he just... How did he just disappeared into the terrain there, didn't he?
Right, they don't directly hurt you, right?
Oh, there it's just above. He's suddenly rocketing up as if he hit some creeper.
Yeah, they have a little surf algorithm based on terrain and velocity and creeper. And it's funny, they catch some serious air sometimes.
And there he got shot down by a sniper. I caught it right in the act.
Yeah, you don't like it catching a lot of air when it gets shot, because that shard that is left gets some momentum.
The stream is well behind. I'm looking at Steam, the Steam picture.
Right, yeah.
And it's so far behind. So there's a shot I told you 50 seconds ago I caught.
Right, yeah.
So now if I wait another 50 seconds, you're going to get to see where the shards go. Because if one of those shards hit one of my towers here, oh, it goes way off. I don't care that. Where, you know, that I actually thought he wasn't going to hit there. Holy cow, that was a strange trajectory.
They need shards. I'd like to add like a reverse trail, as in a curve from where it is to where it's going to hit.
Like what you did for the eggs.
Yeah, kind of, exactly. Yeah, I'd like to show the path that it's on. So instead of a trail for where it's been, it doesn't have any right now, but it's a line, a curved line from where it is to where it's going to fall.
Well, I think it did just exactly what I didn't want it to do. It knocked out the only connection I had to the invading island.
Oh, it took out your pylon.
They always guaranteed to do that. They're really the meanest things I can find.
Yeah.
And you laugh every time I tell you that they're super mean.
Similar experience. They will get shot, and then they will land, and they will take out your entire defensive front line right as an egg carrying a blob carrying 2 eggs decides to walk in behind them.
I don't think I can hold this. I just don't have enough of anything. You know what? I should have aimed for this breeder terrain.
I see it's crushing that shield.
I should have aimed just over the other side. Let me revise my strategy here. I think I'm going to change course here. By the time that everything is built here, I will have enough orbitals again, maybe to do another conversion bomb. I can't believe it. People are actually, I wonder if they know that I'm in a stream when they're pinging me on Discord. I assume they just didn't notice it.
Probably not.
Okay, and now of course these, you know what, look at this, my totems, my platforms are going offline because I'm draining too much energy with the rocket. So I'm going to turn one of the rockets off, but there's greener here that's not being harvested. So another refinery would come in handy.
I see. Yeah, that crystal up there makes a pretty hefty amount. So 2 is kind of necessary.
So I'm going to... I've turned off one of the rockets.
Yeah, that'll help a lot. Rockets.
Oh, I had 3 rockets. I didn't realize I had 3 rockets. I built 2. Must have had one from when the game before the save. While I'm sitting here, I'll while away the time by putting some... I'm waiting for these guys to build. Do they build? Platforms. They build with Liftic as well. So let me get all these other guys off there and then disable these 2 because I don't need them anymore. And that should improve my supply position as well. I may as well I'm just keeping them. I'm not destroying things I built just because.
Yeah, just keep them. That's what I did.
And what I do want to do though is to get some things to clean up as much of this polluted green area as I can so I can have it. One of the silliest things, one of the, you do things and afterwards you learn it wasn't particularly smart. And one of them was when I thought that a sniper on a hill was really good. And it was good for long distances, but not good to cover the terrain near the hill.
Not near it, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You got to be right at the edge of the cliff to get good coverage. It's almost better down at the base of the hill, right?
Exactly. It's great if you have aerial things, like if you have an air sac or something, then by all means put something on a sniper on high ground. Oh, you see,
I'm seeing some spores coming in now.
Well, you should watch this. I've missed one again. It's really funny when this missile goes flat out trying to make it.
Oh,
and it just doesn't get there. Oh, well, there we go, up to heaven. I'll just go up.
Right. He should fall back down. Maybe.
There he goes. There, he just landed.
Yeah, he'd take out a little bit. Yeah.
He just landed. He went really, really high.
Yep. I need to make them go into like cruise missile mode or something like that, where they start like some sort of hunter-seeker type thing, where they start just
let's
sort of
try.
flattering.
I have enough to try another invasion, yeah. Now let me think. What is your advice? Should I fire some rain in a damper, or should I do conversion? Seeing that there's breeder terrain that'll kick in very quickly. You're not hearing me, or you're not answering me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you ask a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you think I should do a conversion, or if I should do rain. I could do rain in a damper and then just drop a sprayer, and that would activate the breeder terrain.
Let's say you've got 6, so you can't do both, right? If you do conversion, then you're going to get that flip terrain.
Yeah, but I can already get it if I just drop one sprayer on it.
Yeah.
But if I do a rain, I can get the
rain. Right, the rain will do more damage.
That's what I'm thinking.
it will keep it back, but you have to coordinate it more carefully with the sprayer.
I can do rain, and then I can do a damper.
Right. In fact, you can do
2 rains.
several. Yeah, you can do repeated rain as necessary.
I can do a rain there. Which is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's a bigger area and it lasts longer. It will do more damage than converting the smaller area.
And we can show people some other capabilities of aerial combat, orbital combat. I don't know where all my units went. I had a bunch of cannon that I... You see the number on this, keep out a watch for the number on this tower I tried to build. It was probably one of the lowest yielding towers I've ever built. Oh no, it says 34. I thought it was just 4.
Okay, cool.
Oh, look where this poor guy landed. He didn't have to land all the way on top of a hill of creeper. Be nice if I can get here. I can get this other urn. Excuse me. And urns are always welcome. These guys are not doing anything here. Okay, now I'm going to drop a damper somewhere. Just convince the creeper that it needs to back down a little bit.
I think I've been underestimating the effect of the damper. It's very cheap, right? It's the cheapest. It's a huge area, and it can buy you a lot of time.
Yes.
It's in classic tower defense games, there's always a freeze unit, that will slow down the incoming creeps and stuff like that. So it's sort of similar to that. It amplifies the effect of other nearby weapons because it slows down the creeper, but you have to keep advancing with it.
Ooh. Make it, little guy.
But that looks like a really sheer wall of creeper there. I can see the contour lines just stacked deep on each other in the video now.
Top-down view. Yep, this is a good one of those good luck making this.
Mm. Yeah. Wow.
I'll be out of top-down view in your view now in a minute. There you go.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Well, I have the dampers and I have the...
And you've got the breeder terrain is yours now. Yeah.
Let me turn on this and see. Oh, there, look, that's a nice sizable portion of breeder there. Respectable. You know what I need now? It's one of those striders to come and stun me. Yeah. Oh, we just took out one of my inactive platforms.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah. Well, you've got some mortars
I have
backed by that anti-creeper.
I have more
yeah.
dampers, so maybe I can use another damper. Yeah, dampers are very cheap and they're very, very effective.
It's the creeper will wantify the creeper, right? Turn it back in, basically suppress all the waves, make it very viscous.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's I tell you, sometimes I just don't see things. I did not see that there was another totem here. I think I'm good. I'm almost hopeful that I have made this. Just think I need a vast amount of firing weapons here. I don't know why I'm connecting to that totem, because it's not necessary. Oh, and those get stunned, and
It doesn't hurt to have a link to a totem, because if a spore hits a totem shield,
yep,
it will take it will damage
That's right.
the totem. It's the only thing that can revert the status of an activated totem. Oh, look! I see stun and spores. They stun mostly your building units, though. So, yeah.
Yeah, but it's one more damper to the rescue, yeah, I think. I think I need to move these guys anyway. They're not going to survive. Do I have a micro rift at my base? No. I need I keep forgetting to bolt snipers. I need snipers here, very much so. Somebody yesterday said that they would really like to have the placement, these little white squares when the unit is invalid?
Right, they want to see them all the time.
They wanted to see them, and I could not figure that out, because, right now I know I can move it exactly anywhere. Except I can't put it there, and it shows me what is the closest spot, so it seems to me to be the best of both worlds right now.
Yeah, I understood what they were saying. It was a little. There's already a lot of problems with stacked information in the game, and there's Soylent, there's Creeper, there's Anti-Creeper, there's Terrain type, which is 6 different types. There's range indicators, and there's build indicators, and then that's not to mention the path lines, the ammo packets, and the weapon projectiles and their trails, shields, and then your view angle. Factored into all of that, it's hard to show 7 layers of information.
It comes back to what you were saying earlier about the information rich game.
Yeah, everybody always wants it, and I don't blame them. I want it sometimes too. So the trick is when and how and what is shown, and what options are available. So there could be an option that lets you always show those placement indicators. They'll get in the way of range indicators a lot of the times. So then folks would probably want a way to toggle it with a key press. I mean, all those things are doable. They're fairly minor. What I try to do is pick the what the defaults are, because most people, 99% of people who play this game, they don't reach for shortcuts, keys, special things. They just play the game as it's presented to them. So I have to try to pick the best defaults. And one innovation about that placement indicator, and you remember when I did it.
Delighted with it when you did it.
Yeah, and when I was doing it, I'm like, how am I gonna do this? Because I want to see it, but it's getting in the way of range indicators. And then it occurred to me that I don't have to show them both at the same time, because most of the time you don't need to see both at the same time. It's when you're in an illegal location hunting for a place to put a unit, that's when you want to see it. And when you're in that position, I think you made this suggestion too, when you're in an illegal location, you don't need to see the range indicators. So that's the way it is, why it is the way it is right now. That's not to say that I can't add extra options. They'll just be the non-default options.
I mean, I understand I can understand what people say when they ask for it. I think it's just a matter of maybe if you, and I don't know how to say this without sounding very, very rude, but maybe if you play the game more, you realize you don't need that, because it doesn't really help you. It's not as useful as it may seem.
Right. It's not a free option, as in it costs you something if it shows at the same time the range indicators do, and that's a visual clarity on the range indicator.
Yes. Maybe that's a nicer way to say it.
Yeah, so it's a trade-off. But like I said, I mean, if some folks want it, especially if more than one folk wants it, then it's easy enough to add options to force it on.
The one I found interesting is how many people asked for the connection lines back and did not know that you could turn them on with an option.
Yeah, I'm not surprised people don't see the visibility menu. I didn't point that out in the demo, I don't think, on purpose, because it contains some things that could confuse you early in the first few missions. And in the full game, I'll probably point that out better, or it'll just be better in the UI period. So I'm not surprised people didn't find the visibility menu. It used to be, for the longest time, it used to be expanded by default. It was there when you started the game, and I collapsed it while I started doing the demo, maybe earlier, because I didn't want to overload people with all these options. They didn't know what they were, and I didn't want them just clicking at random and then say, oh, the game's not going to work right. That's why it's collapsed, hidden, and not pointed out. Yeah, but the surprise for me was that people want to see the lines all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
It's not illegitimate. I mean, the game you won't play it. Not for me to say you're playing it wrong.
It's not. I wasn't implying that it's being played wrong. It's just, and I guess fatigue is not the right word, but you get overwhelmed with it for a while. I mean, which is why I nagged you to allow me to turn off the dead mesh, because I don't want it on the screen.
Right. I think the longer you play the game, and we've both played it a lot now, the longer you play it, the more you learn to focus on what you might consider critical information, and you want things to start disappearing that aren't related to that critical information. For me, the path hiding right now is more aggressive than it has been at any point in development. I saw some spores.
Look at the eggs that's coming out. Yeah. Oh man, I did not realize there were so many eggs hidden here. There's going to be a long amount of pounding before those eggs die. I have a lot of mortar, so they're going to do it, but...
They're going to do it, but it's a little bunker, right, of eggs, yeah.
I need a nullifier. Just not sure when the nullifier... Oh look, the nullifier can be far away. I guess I don't have a sniper there, so all the eggs are not popped at once, which is a small blessing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, if you had an earned sniper, going bang, 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 bang. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I interrupted the
Oh
part
no,
about.
no, we were just talking about pathing and stuff like that. For the longest time, it was the way it is now, but hover paths were on the one called hover paths in the
Yes.
visibility menu, meaning that when you point at anything, it will show its paths. And that's fine. It's a perfectly fine mode, and I lived with it for a year that way or more. But you end up, moving your mouse around a lot, and you end up highlighting a bunch of lines that you
That
don't
you don't
necessarily
need,
need.
yes.
Now, I think one of the reasons people want to see all paths all the time is because they're super concerned about connectivity. And I don't, they look at something and they're like, oh, it's not connected because I don't see path lines. Some of that is sort of memory from Creep World 3, and some of it might have to do with playstyle. Like when I build towers and stuff, I try to make sure that they're always connected before they build. So I don't have to look back in my base and see and look at a grid of towers and wonder if they're connected or not. Um, so that's one thing. And if you build in a hurry and you might skip things, you take damage, then you might want to see those. So the option's there for that. The place where paths are most problematic tend to be in the most congested areas, right? And in this game, they're not on the ground underneath the units anymore because it's not a 2D game. They're up above units, so they can form this
Canopy,
spider web.
almost a canopy of
Exactly, a canopy that's
obscurity.
it skewers what goes on beneath them. That's one of the reasons, and this came out of the demo. It was one of the benefits of the demo program. The difference in the line coloring to terminal units, like the cannons and the mortars that are red, and that tiger striping is on there. I tried it several ways, but it's almost something you just have to try until it starts to look right. You want it to not be visually crazy and obscuring stuff, but you still need to be able to see it when you're looking for it, and you need to be able to differentiate it from other paths. Just flat out straight red lines didn't meet that criteria as well as the black red lines did. So that's where that tiger striping on the line comes from. Just empirically trying both to see which looked better, met the criteria of not being visually cluttering, but being visible when you wanted to see it.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you what, I think over 63%. I'm not even close to a reclaim victory yet.
I see you just got some more breeder terrain though.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah, you're about to get that back edge too. That whole edge is breeder.
About to stop one more sport tower from being a mean thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I died again. Oh, where are my snipers? Crikey. I never have enough snipers. I swear I bought snipers. Where are they?
Blobs coming out of nowhere. Blobs are one of the older things in the game, and they've only gotten some minor updates over the months. But I kind of like them because they sneak up on you. I know they're irritating sometimes, but that's why I like them. When they take something out, it's usually not a mission ender, but it can be sometimes a notable event. It can be a little irritation. Oh, I lost a cannon, I lost a mortar, or I lost a pylon. But it's not something that ends your mission usually.
You're right. That is true. And you have changed them a little bit. I was thinking about it just the other day. They used to target. It was in the early days when we thought, well, we'd put all the resources in places and then the blobs would go there and pollute them and carry stuff back.
Right.
I don't remember what they used to carry back.
There used to be two types. There were blue ones and red ones.
And brown ones, yeah.
Yeah.
The cockroaches and the blue ones.
Yeah, there were different ones. They would go to destinations to try to fortify them and all that. Some of that's been picked up by eggs now. Eggs sort of do that.
Yeah. I needed to ask you about eggs for a little while because I know that you changed some of how they work. They used to come out of emitters as taking the excess output from the emitter and oh, come on, I was just not building the bloody snipers. I'm sorry, excuse my language.
Yeah, the eggs used to be related to whether you were in the creeper quell mode, whether or not you'd hit the cap and all that. And they're not related to that anymore necessarily. They can be at the setting. So
I didn't see that setting. What setting is that?
I'd have to look, but if you end up going back into the game menu, there's a setting, and well, they're made by Spore launchers now. I don't remember if it's in the Spore launcher or the. No, I think it's in the game settings in the editor. So that eggs are only made when you're above the quell.
But the thing I wanted to ask you is if a direct transfer of the creeper that is quelled by the emitters shutting down. Are we transferring that amount of creeper into the eggs? Because that was the original my pitch to you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It was a conservation of creeper. Right.
Yes. It wasn't out on the map, so it didn't immediately swamp you, but you still had to end up fighting that same amount of creeper.
Yeah, that's not the way they work right now. They're basically just produced by the Spore launchers, and they can be set to not create if you're not in the quell, but their production rate and what they carry are separately configurable. It's not related to the amount of creeper that would have been produced. I imagine that could be done though. Eggs and orbs are in the API, the Forpal API, so you can make them just like I did in that one mission in the demo in the for people who have or have not seen the Easter egg that's in is it the last mission? Yeah, there's some Forpal generated orbs that can appear under certain circumstances or a circumstance. Same thing could happen with eggs. And the stats, I could probably make available the stats on what creeper would have been produced were it not for the quell. So that might be interesting.
I think that without that, maybe it's just a feeling and I haven't validated it. It's just I feel, man, that without that, quelling the emitters makes the game easier. And yes, that's what you want, but also maybe not what every map maker wants.
Yeah, exactly. The whole quell thing is a mission easing option ultimately. But yeah, I guess on a Spore launcher there could be one of the options right now is payload. I guess one of the options could be
compensate.
Yeah, or excess creeper is the payload, that sort of thing. It's just a setting. They still get made at the Spore launchers. It's just how much payload they have, or it's
just when they get made, the rate at which they've been made.
It rises the rate. Yeah, maybe the payload is fixed, and that determines the rate based on
yes,
on excess creeper. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because you can get right now. You can get those Spore towers, and when an egg comes out every 2 seconds, it can be hard to walk up on one and get it nullified. It sits there and oscillates like some bass or something like that, and pops one out. And then if it carries over 1,000, you have to deal with that 1,000, and you have to keep it pushed back before you can get the nullifier built.
I was just about to get very mad, but my snipers saved the day, yeah.
Oh, wow. I see.
I finally had enough snipers. Finally had snipers to stop them. It's a funny story. You should tell how you derive the path of the blobs. I like hearing it.
Oh, how do they work?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a bedtime story you can tell. Daddy, tell me how. How do Forbes find their enemies? Blobs, I mean.
Yeah, yeah, those blobs, they want to walk a straight line between where they're created and where they want to go. But there's a memory on the map of where other blobs have died. So, I guess just like cockroaches or certain other pests and animals, they know where not to go based on what's happened to their siblings, what's happened to others of their own kind. So what'll happen is the first generations of blobs come out and they get sniped. That you can imagine it creating a virtual terrain, like a heat map. So imagine there's this invisible terrain and it's all flat to start with. And every time a blob dies, it creates a hill. It raises that terrain a little bit. So as more blobs get shot, more little hills and mountains start to appear. So that future generations of blobs, they go around those hills. They're going to take the shortest distance, and the space they're traveling over is now curved. So the shortest distance in a curved space is not really a straight line when viewed from above, right? It goes around those hills and stuff. So what'll happen in the game is you've got your defenses set up, but maybe you left one little crack, there's one little valley between snipers. Eventually, those blobs are going to find it. One, two, or four are going to walk right through it.
A process of evolution.
Exactly. Yeah. So it benefits you to shuffle those snipers around a little bit. Of course, that terrain readapts over time, and even if the terrain ends up being completely hilly, there's always the shortest path, just over the smallest hills. And if you move your snipers around, then it may turn out that some paths that were defended, where there were some blob deaths, are now not defended, and the blobs will go that way. So they keep you on your toes. It's why blobs eventually sometimes you'll see them going way out of their way, and they'll come around your base, around the back side of your base to get to where they're going.
Okay, what am I gonna... I'm 91%, yeah, I can finish this. You know what I just thought about while you were talking? You're recording this. How much disk space are you using?
It's not much. It's MP4 encoded. It's about, I believe it's in the neighborhood of a gig every 10 minutes. So it's not bad.
Oh, we had many 10 minutes this year.
6 gig an hour. We're 3 hours into it, so it should be 18 to 20 gig. It's nothing in the modern world, right? What's 20 gig?
Yeah. I wonder how many gigs Google has.
Game installs. Holy cow! Fortnite, Ark Survival. These games, they will eat up hundreds of gigs if you let them, and you kind of have to let them. And I'm worried about going from 500 to 600 meg for Creep World 4. I'm like, well, do I really need to increase it by, I'm worrying about megs. These other games are dealing in gigs.
What should I earn? I want to earn something spectacular. I've already got 3 mortars on the front line earned.
You've earned cannons, I guess.
Shoot fast. I don't see one that I've earned. Right now, with the amount of anti-creeper I have on the map.
Well, if you want something spectacular, earn a sniper near your front line, because there's a lot of eggs back there.
Okay, that's a good one. That's what are we going to sign off this?
Just make sure he's got line of sight around that big giant mesa construct.
That's how we get line of sight. You'll see in a second what I'm doing. Probably a bad time to have done it. That wave just picked up.
So I see there's a wave, coming over.
But maybe not, who knows. There's always going to be a wave there because of that breeder terrain. And once I'm at the top here, I shall put a sniper here and earn him. You think he's going to hit the eggs?
I don't know. You just have to check his line of sight when you put him there and see.
I'm asking you because you're 50 seconds behind.
Oh, I'm thinking he might miss most of them because that forward.
I put him on the flat ground, yeah. I think there's something. You know what? I'm going to jump across to the next mesa. And that will be the fun one.
What the?
Oh, listen to him. He's going. And you can see the tower that he's raising.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up here.
I may not survive what I did.
Oh, yeah. Angry creeper.
Do not shoot at the sleeping creeper.
That's a lot. The only thing that might save you is that a lot of it goes the other direction. Oh, if you had a damp... Oh, you do. You got tons of orbitals. You could damp it.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to duke this out with a creeper. I'm just going to sit here and fight it. Bare knuckles.
I think you have to move that sniper to the right in order to catch more eggs.
To the right. Okay, I can do that. As soon as I have a conversation with this nest thing that's here. Where? There we go. There it connects. Okay, there we go. He's... Oh, come on, Boulder. Run! Run away! Yeah, that's funny. Other people's campaigns collapse by self-inflicted wounds. No, not you. Oh, there's 2 eggs on the ledge here that I couldn't get to.
Oh, I see those eggs up there, yeah.
I always have not enough of some weapon or another. I should have. I must have more cannon. Where are they?
They're probably left behind the front lines, maybe in your main base.
You know, I imagine myself as in a real army, and how sloppy I work with my supplies and things. What do you call the weapons that you have, the trucks and the inventory, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Inventory. Yeah.
And,
That's a
and
logistics
and
issue.
how difficult, how real guys do it in the army to get all the stuff where they need it. And
They probably do it this way.
I've heard stories about that to some extent, like in World War II, there were vast amounts of Allied stuff just left somewhere in a field or whatever.
It gets left. Stuff gets stuck on roads. Huge 10, 20-mile backlogs, traffic jams on roads.
Yes.
Fuel and supply issues that will bring whole tank columns to a halt.
I have to come and fight behind this hill as well, because the stashes keep. Oh, I reclaimed my activation when I didn't even notice that. When did that happen?
Yeah, it's been a while back. Yeah.
Thank you for telling me. You think I'm gonna sit here? Oh boy!
Yeah.
I was having so much fun. I didn't notice I was winning. Okay, I'm gonna take a save and take the victory.
Yep.
And when are you going to implement the save on exit?
Soon, just as soon as I get back to work, which is, I guess, tomorrow or maybe this evening. This event's over Sunday is the last day, and I think I'm scheduled to have another live chat, or a live chat this Sunday. I guess we're going to do that on Discord.
Yeah, with the lag, you probably want to pick somewhere else. Okay, folks. I think this is
hanging in there and watching. Yeah.
Basically the end of the stream for me. I've had a ton of people tracking me on YouTube for this. I'm sorry, guys. I never even looked at you guys. I'm really sorry.
I've recorded this whole thing, so it'll probably go up again, and then
well, it's on my YouTube channel too. My side of it is on my YouTube channel, but I suspect that doesn't have your voice on it.
Don't know. Well, it should. My voice is part of your desktop audio. That's how it's going out. So you're part of the stream. Your second.